Here are the three biggest mistakes I've made in 3 years of entrepreneurship. Now, number one is that I got too comfortable very early. So when I started a marketing agency, I would get a client, get another client, and I just remember just really validating myself in that result, because no one in my family had started on my business. No one believed in me. It was just me in my own head, just my own self-belief to get there. And so when I actually signed my first client, I would celebrate, it would be emotional, I just really stick on that result. And that's all I validate myself on. So when I got the client, I'd get them, I'd celebrate, and then I'd really slack off on the result and trying to get results for the client, because all I validated myself on was just breaking that limiting belief that I could get a client or getting, X amount of dollars. And then I would get comfortable at that point. So instead of doing that, what you should do is validate yourself on the daily work. So your habits, if you wake up on time, you wake up early, you go to the gym, you eat healthy, you do a certain amount of outreach that you need to do to build your business, to whatever it is that you want to do. Tracking those habits and only validating yourself on those habits, it's what's going to help you build self-confidence, but it's also going to stop you from being comfortable. Guys, you should look at your current situation as just appalling. Like, you don't accept it. Never ever accept where you are currently and how you're living. Even if you've got one Lamborghini, you should be embarrassed with that. Everything that you have to just not accept, because if you do accept it, you'll stay at that level, you'll go down, and you won't grow anymore. And that's what happened to me when I started in the entrepreneurship game. Number two is that I wish I invested in myself a lot sooner and a lot more often. So it was up to a point about a year and a half, a year into my entrepreneurship journey, I'd invested about 20K and I just stopped investing to myself. I found success with my last investment. And since that point, I didn't really invest in it. I didn't really see a need because I got comfortable with where I was at. And that goes to say, again, don't accept where you are. Don't accept your current situation, how much you earn, where you're living, the car you drive, everything in life. You can never settle. You can never accept where you are. Otherwise, you will get stuck at that level and you will not grow any further. So instead, you should always be trying to invest in yourself. Guys, there was a whole year where I didn't invest in myself and I saw no growth. And I didn't realize it until a year later. I was like, hold on, I'm still at the same income level and I haven't changed. I haven't grown. What has not changed? Or what have I not done? I haven't invested in myself. So always be investing in yourself, guys. Never get comfortable. And then you'll see a need to invest, see you as a result, and then you'll be able to time collapse that result. Number three is getting around those that have a higher income, have some sort of area that you are lacking in, that you want to grow in, that you want to scale to. If it's fitness, if it's mentally, if it's business, whatever it is, get around those doing better than you, guys. Recently, just before coming to South America, I moved from Sydney to Melbourne because I saw at least 5-6 entrepreneurs and half of them were doing 10 times better than me. So I said, man, I've got to just pack my stuff. I've got to get there. So I did, and I moved and I took away so much. I made a lot of new connections. I made a lot of new networks, and I've taken a lot from those relationships. So it's never going to hurt you to get around those that are doing better than you, guys. You have to risk it, guys. You only have one life. So what are you waiting for? No one's going to come and give you the answer. No one's going to come and give you that result, that life that you want. It's not going to happen. You have to risk it. You have to bet on yourself. The biggest risk that is out there is you not betting on yourself. Like, if you don't bet on yourself, you will not change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. It stays the same. So you have to be willing to back yourself with money, with moving, with just putting everything on the line to be able to get around those people that have the life that you want, so you can get exposed to a different level and think, shit, what I'm doing is not enough. I have to keep going. I have to do better. Get inspired by those people, guys. You have to. And so, I would see people doing 10x more than me. They're retiring family. Shout out to Jackson UG. Just, there was so much other people that were doing so much more than me. I was like, fuck, I have to be doing more. And the whole reason of why I did that was because a year before I moved to Melbourne, I was in South America like I am now, but I wasn't around any entrepreneurs that were doing better than me in business. And so I knew if I just stayed there and I just was doing the same thing, I was so comfortable, guys. And I knew that I wouldn't grow, so I had to move. So always be willing to get around those that have the life that you want, the results, the life that you desire. If it means investing in a coach, if it means investing to a mentorship, someone that has the results that you desire, go ahead and back yourself, guys. But look, there are so many other mistakes that I'm going to make. You have to be willing to make mistakes. You have to be willing to fail, guys. I embrace failure. I embrace any setbacks because I know that I'm going to build character from that. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of what people think of me. I'm not afraid of making a mistake, going homeless. If you are so attached to everything, you'll lose it because you're so focused on the scarcity mindset. You need to focus on growth. Everything is going to grow. You're going to have times of compression, times of expansion. During those times of compression, how do you act? How do you talk to yourself? What do you do in those times? Do you go to vices? Do you tell yourself, oh, look, I can't do it? You know, what are you telling yourself? And that's another reason of why it's important to get around those doing better than you, because they don't speak like people that are not doing well, average people. They'll say, oh, this is hard, or you can't do that, or you should take a break, you know, all those things that don't exist for winners. Winners are always uncomfortable. They want to see you win. They'll tell you the truth. You know, they'll push you to do harder. They are hard people if they are those winners. Like you'll see Andy Elliott or a Wes Watson, these big guys, they want to see everyone win. But they're not afraid to tell you the truth because they know that's what's going to help you get to the next level. This whole comforting and, oh, you're doing great thing doesn't work, guys, especially for men. We need compression, guys. This is how I dropped alcohol. I was by myself in solitude and I heard this message and it was really resonating. I was like, fuck, that's actually the fucking truth. I have to drop this shit. So don't play victim. Bury that victim mindset. Bury that. Create a new person. Everything in your future, the person that you become, the life that you will attain in 5 years, 10 years, is all determined by your current thoughts and your current actions and how you speak to yourself, your self-affirmations, especially during hard times. What are you telling yourself?